Hi there, welcome back to What the Flick. Christy and Alonzo and Matt. So we're gonna get topical. Sometimes we do that.
We're a topical cream.
Yes. President Trump, as you may have heard, met with Kim Jong-un in Singapore this past week. And it was historic, and apparently there are no more nuclear weapons anywhere on the planet, so...
Mission accomplished.
You're welcome. You can sleep more easily tonight now, as he said on Twitter. But it got us thinking about all the movies that take place somehow in North Korea or have, satirically toyed with the idea of Kim Jong-il or Kim Jong-un as the propaganda, the cult of personality. And the first one I thought of course, which I'm deeply in love with still, is Team America, World Police. I gave this movie 4 stars with 0 irony. This is a piece of brilliant craftsmanship. Team America. Puppet sex.
There
he is, Kim Jong-il.
There's things I like about this movie and things I don't. I don't even remember my specific review, but I do remember it's one of my favorite headlines ever. I wrote Kukla, Fran, and Oligarchy.
Nicely done. What are your thoughts on Team America?
I think it's
Matt?
hilarious. Yeah, the songs are great. It's insane and funny and the best you could expect from Matt and Trey. I love this movie. At the time you watch it,
2 songs I quote all the time.
And
yes,
you watch it,
too.
and I remember at the time just horrified, right? And watching it thinking, oh my God, I can't, are they really doing this? That's the so Ronry.
So wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong. The love song that Kim Jong-il sings to himself.
Yeah, so he's obsessed with celebrities. Yeah, so when I say Matt Damon all the time when I see Matt Damon, it's hard not to. So he's obsessed with celebrities, and Team America comes in to take him out, but the celebrities try to interfere because they think they're very important. It's great.
Apparently the joke behind the Matt Damon thing was that the puppet came out looking weird. And so they just thought this looked like the kind of Matt Damon who could only say Matt Damon.
Anyway, so please go and revisit that if you have never seen it, if you've seen it a million times. That came out in 2004. But now we have movies about Kim Jong-il's son, Kim Jong-un, who Trump met with. And so there was the interview from several years back. What year was that?
Who can forget?
This was such a brouhaha for no reason. 2014, this came out. No, but given what the actual content of the film is, the fact that this is such a big deal is ridiculous.
The idea that you would make a comedy about the assassination of a sitting ruler, which I'm sure there were Let's Kill Hitler movies during World War II, but nonetheless, I was not surprised that they weren't happy about it. I did not expect they were going to hack Sony and everything, but Randall Park is hilarious as the dictator.
Yeah.
It's a fun, Rogan Franco joint as well.
Well, the thing with this is that it was pulled from theaters before its release, right?
Right.
In the midst of the Sony hack, the infamous Sony hack, and then there was a whole will they or won't they thing with actually releasing it, and then when it did come out, it was available for streaming. And I feel like by the time it came out, once we actually saw that it's just like a dumb, raunchy comedy with penis jokes and fart jokes and, their brand of humor, it's like, that's it? That's what we were waiting for? This is the big controversy? It just, I don't know. What did you think of the interview?
Yeah, it's fine. It's kind of funny. It's got some good laughs in it, but you think, you guys are that upset about this movie?
It's bizarre. So we reviewed the interview on What the Flick, so you can go back and find that here somewhere. Go see what we thought when it came out. And then I don't know if you guys have seen this really weird documentary called The Red Chapel.
No.
So Cinefamily here in LA, when Cinefamily was still doing its thing and going strong, played what they called a secret protest screening in the midst of the whole interview brouhaha. And people knew that they were going to show a movie, but they didn't know what it was going to be. And Cinefamily played this. It is this documentary about, and actually it was called Kim Jong-il's Comedy Club when it originally came out, about these Danish comedians who go with the director on a trip to North Korea, where they've been allowed access under the pretext of saying they're going to do a vaudeville act. It's a very bizarre vaudeville act that ends with this syrupy rendition of Oasis's Wonderwall. It's really weird. And while they're there, they actually get footage of what's going on, and they sneak it out. And a lot of why they can get away with this is that they're speaking in Danish. And they have a minder, this woman named Mrs. Pack, who follows them around and bursts into tears at the very thought of dear leader's greatness. But they get this movie out, and it's about how slowly but surely the government chips away at the content of their act and makes it more like an eerie propaganda piece. And it's really chilling. I think it played a couple of film festivals. It's available for streaming on Fandor. The Red Chapel, it actually gives you a peek into what, at least about 10 years ago, what North Korea was like.
It's almost as though a brutal dictatorship in which there is mindless worship of the leader is the sort of thing to which our democratically elected president might aspire.
Yeah, he likes Kim Jong-un. So much so that he made a fake trailer for a movie that we should take a look at because it's brilliant and fascinating.
A new world can begin today. One of friendship, respect, and goodwill. Be part of that world, where the doors of opportunity are ready to be opened. Investment from around the world, where you can have medical breakthroughs, an abundance of resources, innovative technology, and new discoveries. What if? Can history be changed?
You can have drones bring you pizza.
I'm simultaneously shocked and yet not shocked that they made a sizzle reel for
capitalism.
for one unified Korea. Because, and honestly, like I can't say that it's a terrible idea in the sense of, obviously that's how our big guy thinks, right? Like
in pictures
and in media, and it's very much similar to like, hey, here's why you should let me build a hotel here because it's going to be amazing
on your beautiful beaches.
This is probably what the presidential daily briefing has become. They to bring in a narrator and jazz it up.
But also, we know from the Lovers and the Despot that documentary that Kim Jong Il was a huge movie
fan.
Right.
That's true.
Right, and so I have to imagine just the idea of using the language of film to impress Kim Jong-un, like that's at least like, well, that stuff worked on his dad, and maybe it rang true, and it might actually resonate with him. And let's put some celebrities in this and make it look cool.
Sylvester Stallone counts as a celebrity. Yeah, so Kim Jong-un studied at boarding school in Switzerland. He has been out among Western culture. So yeah, I guess it's not a bad idea, but the execution, you guys, it's so repetitive. It's like the same images over and over again. The pacing, it's all paced the same way. The narration reminds me of like those Scientology propaganda videos.
They get snuck out.
It's almost, it's somewhere between like a dramatic thriller and action movie trailer, right? The energy of it. Look, like if you cut that down to a minute, I'd give that movie a shot. I mean, it goes on too long, I get it, right? And I'm kind of riffing on this, but I might watch that movie. It might not be good.
Pictures
but
presents.
It's like a wag the dog thing.
Well, that's what's really
funny.
A
movie
that's what's funny about it, right?
It's not real.
Is that there are, I mean, people should watch the whole thing because there's title cards in it that very much make it look like a movie. Destiny Pictures presents, and then there's these quotes that come off like critics' quotes.
But they're from Trump and Kim.
They're not. No. We have taste. So if you go to the White House's Facebook page, they've actually posted this on there to let the world know this is not a parody. This is not The Onion. This is a real thing that we're super proud of.
I can't wait for the riffs on this because we're going to get them.
Yeah.
Oh, the remix. Bring them.